YouTube. We're back with another video. This is your boy Trade Guy, and we will be reviewing MambaFx live video, which he posted his latest video. So let's dive into it.
Anything, I just want to say, if you guys would like to trade live with me every single day, watch me grow this small account, and then also help grow your small account, click the link down below. Currency Cave live trading room is now available again, and there's access to the public, which I don't do very often. I'm going to take this trade on US 30 right now, but I want to just give you guys the opportunity to come in here and join me. Trade these live with me. Watch me. Have fun. Make some money. Change your life. Well, let's get into it. So because US 30 has been awfully horrible, I'm going to trade NASDAQ today instead. I doubt it's going to let me do two orders, so we're just going to do one.
Yeah, so I'll be breaking down his trade that he took on NAS 100. I'm going to bring up the exact setup that he took. I have the same trading platform as him, so I can bring up the exact trade he took. So I just do a little breakdown on if it was actually a good trade or a bad trade. So in my opinion, so right, let's get back to it.
Reason for the sell here, and I'll break it down in just a second. We have a pretty big resistance that is being respected. I had it draw kind of weird on the 5, but here it is here. I also think price is overbought. We have this trend line, which is showing respect, and we just closed. So perfect time, which I already expected. So I was looking at on the 15 over here, but this is going to break to the downside really hard, and we're going to make some money today and see what we can do with this little baby account. But appreciate you guys coming back for another video.
I want to say one thing while we're watching it. He has a $8,895 in his account. I like this. You know, you see where it says all the way to the right over here, it says like margin level percentage. Me personally, I would never take that deep of a margin trade, because it is very easy to, like, if you don't know what you're doing, it's very easy to blow your account. But he has only like 28% to play with. When you start getting close, like when you start getting close to 100%, 80%, it'll start closing positions automatically. So that is a very, number one, that is very risky right there. So for new traders, I would tell you to stay away from that. I would stay away. I would go to about 500%. For new traders, I would say 1,000%. Like, you should stay around, and to gauge that, put in the lowest lot size, which is 0.01. And if you're buying or selling, you know, you gradually add positions till you get, and then you read around that where it says margin percentage, and see and stay around about 1,000. If you're seasoned like me, go to around 500%. I mean, if you're a pro like him, 100%, 100% margin, which is very, very risky. So he had to be dead on, because if it went any other way, he would have blown all that. Anyway, let's back to it.
Let's make some bread and pay some bills.
So that is very decent for an $8,000 account, $8,895. He took it to 13,000 in a couple minutes, because it's a 15-minute chart, so it had to be within 15 minutes. Candle hasn't even closed yet. Does he have he doesn't have the time ticker on his he should know how to do that, but he should have. The time ticker was like a countdown. If you press if you right click the price line, it'll bring up, I'll show you, it'll bring up the countdown, basically, so to tell you when this candle is going to close. I don't know why he doesn't have that on his. Maybe he doesn't care to use it. But anyway, yeah, he has a nice downtrend going right there, but we'll break it down to see. I'll bring the exact trade up and show you guys if it was actually a good setup or a poor setup. or and he's seasoned. He's been trading for years, so maybe scalping isn't a bad thing, but for you new traders, I wouldn't recommend trading that setup, and I'll show you exactly why. But I can't tell anybody anything. It's up to you and how you spend your money. But it's just a warning, because at a point it does become gambling, and you don't want trading to be a gamble. You want to place trades that are high quality, that you know are going to move up or down. And people always say, oh, it's impossible to know if it's actually going to go down or go up. You can make confluences, and there's certain things you can look for to know if it's going up or down. There's certain things that can be shown to you that oh yes, this is going from point A to point B. 100% sure. Yes, there is a way to know this. And if you stick with me, I possibly could break that down to you. Anyway, back to video.
So, gonna go ahead and close here at 4,000.
So he closes that. He made 13,000. He basically made half of what his trading account was, which is phenomenal. This week I've been making 100% of my account, which I'm not gonna. These people like MambaFx and all these other, they show how much they make. I guess they're being transparent, but I'm pretty sure it's against the law to show what you're making if you're not licensed. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I think it's against the law to show your income, and when you're trading. I may be wrong, but that's what I read. I don't know. I may be wrong, but I see everybody doing it. And in the real traders, you never see them posting how much they made in a day, their account. They never show any of that information. They only show you how they mark up, market structure, what they would take, what they wouldn't take. They never show you any money, because I'm pretty sure it's against the law. But anyway, back to it.
$4,200. It may not seem like a lot. I also don't know where my shirt went, but it doesn't seem like a lot. Only made $4,000. Yeah, when I made $4,000 on an $8,000 account, which is 50%. 50% of the account in one trade. That's what we do. That's what I do. Again, if you guys want to join the live trade room, click the link down below. If not, I want you guys to sit back and watch the magic happen. I'm going to turn that 8K into 100K. I'm going to withdraw it. I'm going to go buy another.
Ooh, that's pretty big. If you can turn 8K into 100K, which is possible, man, that's content right there. Man, that's crazy. 8K to 100K. And at his rate, he's going to get there fast. What, maybe 2 months? 8K to 100K in 2 months is very possible, but you have to know what you're doing. And in my opinion, the way he's doing it, man, it is very risky. But so I do not recommend it for new traders. But if you're seasoned, you know what you're doing, you calculated your risk, you can do as you please. But let's get back to the video.
That's my goal. That's what I'm going to do. You guys know when I do these little flip challenges, I end up making a bunch of money and then I end up getting a new car. That's what I'm going to do. So what you guys can do for me is in the description down below, not the description, in the comment section down below, let me know what car I should get.
All right, we're done with that. Shout out to Mamba. He did make some money, so I can't fault him for that. But let's bring up that that trade I was telling you about. Let's bring that up real fast. The exact one. The exact trade he took. So I'm going to share this tab. Am I sharing this tab? Yes, I am. Okay, here's the exact trade Mamba took. You see the resistance. Right here is where he took his trade. This red candle right here. This is trade. Let me get this. I don't know if I should keep this Bollinger Band up or what. I wanted to be clear to show you exactly what he took. So judging on this alone, this is the 15-minute chart. This is the exact same trade. This is May 14th, 1645. It's the exact same setup. Let me take that off real fast. It takes a second. And yes, this is a demo account, 24 million, but I mean, what did it start at? 1 million. So it is a demo account. I'm not trying to show, I'm pretty sure it's against the law. I want to bring that up, bro. And I do want to bring that up, but maybe I'll share that at a different time. You can look it up yourself. You got ChatGPT. Just type in ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, the Gronk, whatever you want to use. Type in, or Siri. Siri's an AI now. Type in, is it illegal to show your profits online when you're day trading or a live trader on the floor, whatever? Just research it and you'll see for yourself. Okay, so this is the live trade. This is the red candle that he entered on. This blue line is where Mamba entered at, which was 21,265, and he closed at 21,205, around there, which is the white line. So he entered on the blue line, closed on the white line. So, I mean, he made money, but as you see, this candle came back so much. Like if he if he would have held it, it would have been a bad trade because it would have snapped back on him, right? So, and then it began to toggle up and down, and then it just went up. So the real move was actually up, because if you zoom out, I mean, so basically the trade he took, this made him 4,000. But see, if it would have went back this way, like the real move did, it went all the way up to here, you've been negative 4,000. See what I'm saying? So if you're scalping, it was a good trade. But anyway, he made money. I wouldn't have took it. Personally, I would have waited for a much better setup. I would have went to the higher time frame. Let me show you guys. I would have went to the. Let me mark it real fast. Mark this. Boom. Four-hour. And as you can see, yeah, that whole 4 hour was just bullish, and then the next 4 hour was bullish. So, in my opinion, it wasn't the best. But it wasn't the best or high quality setup, but it was decent. If you're scalping. So the way I would have entered that one, I would have took all that down. Took all that down. That. Got rid of that. And I would have went to the start of the day, which, let me make sure I know what the start of the day is, what time exactly the start of the day starts at. Place that there. So it starts at 3 every day. So started at 3 on the 14th. I'll take my marker there. And first off, I would have created a zone. So I can understand what I'm even trading. So I gotta put a zone right there. White and a high. So a low high of the day. That's the first thing I would have done. Back that out. I just wonder, is it going to allow me to do what I need to do? Cool. Trading view would have been a little bit easier because I would just be able to copy this rectangle, but it's okay. Let's take our time. Okay, so that's the exact same size. So boom, I had a zone right there. Zone right there. Now I can lock them. Lock it. Get rid of these. And eyelash got in my eyes. Okay. So I would wait for price to break the low. I mean, I would have waited for price to break the high or the low. So at the beginning of this day, I'd be like, okay, it hasn't broken high or low yet. So I'll just wait for it to break either the high or the low of the previous day. And that's what it did. It broke the high of the previous day. So now I would have been looking for, okay, now that it broke the high of the previous day, I would change to like a Hikanashi candle. And all I would have done was just waited. See, the day ends at 3. So right there. So for high probability setup, I would have waited for the Hikanashi to enter into the zone. It did there. Opened in the zone right there. That zone. Then all I would have done is switch back to a candles and waited for a close above in the zone. I mainly look at the charts with a line. So it closed above right there. Closed above right here in this candle. And first off, I mean, it wasn't an amazing day anyway. By any means, it wasn't that good of a day. So that day wasn't even a great setup. The previous day, as you see, was a huge push up. That was a much better setup. But anyway, I would have just used a tool called the zag. Drag it over 1%, close Went down to the 15-minute. It's not really showing. I don't have anything with this platform. I'm sorry, but with this platform, it shuts off at a certain. But maybe I can bring it up on. I just didn't bring it up on TradingView because it was sketchy. But anyway, I showed you his exact trade. Was it a good trade for him? Yes, he made money. But was it a high probability setup? No, it wasn't. For new traders, I would avoid the way he trades that. I would look for high probability setups. And the way you can do that is you can use Heikenhashi candles in zones above or below the higher close of the day. And you just use the momentum of the Heikenhashi to get a high probability setup. So you don't take a, you don't take a loss, or what I'm really trying to say is you don't take a lot of drawdown. So, and also, I wanted to also just put a gem out there real fast. Like if you came down to, let's say if you were here, I got to give you another gem because I couldn't share how to make a high probability setup and get you in the game. So I couldn't share that because the chart is cut off here. So right here, I'm going to show you, like if you was to buy here, because you see a 1, 2, 3, you see basically like a V shape. Let's say you were trying to buy there. First of all, if you got to ask yourself, does it make sense to buy there? Secondly, if you were to buy here, you do not want to buy if there is no turns on this leg down. And a turn is simply a candle. Oh, a turn is simply a candlestick that is going the opposite direction of the actual leg. And a leg, what I mean by a leg is like a trend. So like you see this from here to here is a leg, and it's considered a downtrend. So when you see candlesticks that are opposite of the direction, like right here, these are considered turns. Like this is considered a turn. This is considered a turn. This is considered a turn. Up here at the very top of it, this is considered the turn before it starts coming down. So, like if you were to buy right here, if there's no turn up here, if there's no turn on a down leg and there's no turns higher, I would not make that. I would not put buys in. So if you were to sell here, there's no leg coming up like this. There's no leg. I'll show you fast. Use a path. There's no leg coming up like that, making higher highs, higher lows. So if I was to sell here, there is no leg that is rising with turns on it. In this case, the turns would be like red candlesticks, and it'll be a bunch of green candles with a couple red candlesticks. So each of those, let me paint this as green, thicken it up, and I'll just do this. I'll just like say, okay, this is your turn. Like paint it as red. And this is your turn. And this is your turn. So if you didn't have these turns, see, I wouldn't sell here if it didn't have turns for me to come down to. See what I'm saying? Let's say if there was another turn right here. Boom. It's like if I was trying to sell here, I would not sell if there was not an uptrend with a turn that was below where I'm trying to sell from. I would so thus then you have to wait for this to make its own turn, like right here, right along with this turn, then you can sell. But if it was, you know what I'm saying? So it's really that simple. I don't know why my camera keeps unfocusing. Stop playing, camera. Maybe I need a new camera. Focus. So in this case, if you were trying to buy, the turn is right here, the turn is right here, there's a turn up here. So I would, the thing is you would feel safer, but to actually determine if it's going to buy or sell, you need internal structure. You need to see internal structure. And you need closes above or below internal structure in order to understand what direction you're going. So I may break that down in another video, but thank you for tuning in. That was my review of MambaFx. I go by Trade God. You can follow me on all social medias. All you gotta do is type in your Google machine, Trade God. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. Those are a couple, and also on Instagram. So you can find me on all 4 of the social media platforms. I'm not on Facebook. It's too much drama. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to show you that quick trade for MambaFx. So in my opinion, the trade he took there, now is all of his trades like that? No, some of the trades that MambaFx takes, he could have kept them going and made millions of dollars on its way to wherever it was going. But for that certain trade, he is scalping. So, and he did win. But for new traders that's just learning and trying to learn the ropes, it was not a high quality trade. And in the long term, you would end up blowing your account trying to do what he does. So, man, I would stay away from anybody that is posting they made 4,000 today, or they made 10,000 today, or they made 50,000 today, or they lost 30,000 today. Stay away from those type of influencers. Look for traders that I don't know how I would say it. Like, look for traders who are giving out information on trading, but are not somewhat not flaunting a lifestyle. But nothing's wrong with flaunting a lifestyle. But look for those traders that are not calling out numbers and, I bought this Lamborghini, whatever. Just look for like somebody who's more interested in why the market is moving, fundamentals. Don't look for nothing quick, because this is not a get rich quick scheme. So, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Just Trade God. Don't forget to like, share, follow, comment. Thank you. Peace out.